Presenting Adopted by God by Antoine Wright Sr. He wants you to know that God will give you peace if you just put your trust in Him.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Amen. Thank God for everything He has done. God has been good to us. We ought to be thankful and show gratitude that God woke us up early this morning, allowed to be able to see another day. We ought to be able to be thankful because if it wasn't for God on our side, where would we be? Because of God woke us up early this morning, He gave us another opportunity to worship His name. He gave another opportunity to give His God. In order to give Him glory, He gave us another opportunity to be able to give another opportunity to worship His name, to praise His name, to get our life in order. Every day is a blessing. Every day is a gift. Every day is a miracle. We cannot be able to take day by day for granted because if it wasn't for God on our side, where would we be? If it wasn't for God, we still be stuck in the same situation we've been in. But because of God, God brought us through day by day, night by night, hour by hour, minute by minute. God bring us through it all. Amen. And God stand by us and He stand for us. Amen. Now, my name is Antoine Wright. Amen. Got a podcast here called Adopted by God here. Amen. I'm going to say it time and time again. I am here to be able to help you to find some peace. And then when you get the peace, I want to help you to hold on to peace. And the thing of it is right here, we know that everywhere we go, we need peace. We need peace in our home, peace in our job, peace in our car, peace in the grocery store, peace walking down the street. We need peace in our streets and byway, peace in school. We need peace in our government system. We need peace in churches. We need peace. We need peace everywhere we go. We need peace. Amen. But there's certain things that we have to be able to do in order to be able for us to be able to find that peace. And one of the things that we can be able to do is to trust in God and keep our mind on Him, and He will give us the everlasting peace. And all we have to put our trust in God and keep our mind on God, and God will keep on continually give us that peace. And we can be able to say through it all, God is still in control. Amen. And the thing of it is right here is that we have been talking about this week. Amen. I talked about it last time. Amen. And we want to carry on about it. We're going to carry out the subject, amen. Our overall subject is going to be thank God for pain. Amen. Now thank God for pain. Now that's something that nobody want to hear. Nobody don't want to deal with the pain, but we still gonna be able to thank God for pain. And now the thing of this right here, I talked about beforehand, and then while you're going through the pain, God will give you strength to make it through it. Even though that pain is not healed, God will give you strength, amen, that you can carry on. You can be able to be an example, as Paul used as example. And he said that I can do all things through Christ that strengthened me. And so through it all, Paul was saying that even though I might dealing with some pain, I still can be able to say, yes, I can, because God give me the strength, because I'm leaning on Him. I'm dependent on God. I'm dependent on Christ to give me strength to make it on through this pain. And then whenever that pain starts to leave, I can be able to tell somebody else, I thank God for the pain, and I thank God and I thank God for bringing me out of the pain. I thank God for touching my pain. I thank God for healing my pain. And then the thing about it right here, I can be able to say right now that through it all, while I'm going through the pain, I can be like what James said and said, my brother counted all joy when I fall in the divers temptation. And he said, knowing this, trying my faith, it will work in patience. Amen. And so James was trying to tell her, it said, through it all, and that throughout the pain, I have joy. It gave me great joy. The same joy that God gave me, it gave me the same joy that God gave me, that joy, the unspeakable joy, that knowing that God is working on our behalf, so we can be able to make it on through it. It's good to have endurance, and that when you have that endurance, through it all, through the pain, the storm, and the rain, the ups and downs, you can be able to keep on going. You can be able to keep on going. Say, I'm keep going because God give me strength. I have joy that I know that through it all, God is still in control. You know that you can be able to keep going. You can keep on working for Christ. You can keep on working for God. And even though they might despite you, even though they might slay you, you're going to still keep your trust in God. When you think about the word pain, people think about another word now that we're going to deal with for the next couple of days, that we're going to deal with the next couple of episodes now. I want you to stay with me now. We're going to talk about the word suffering. Now think about it right here, is that through it all, that is a part of a Christian life, and that we have a that is something that part of all of our Christian life, is some part of our life. We have to know how to suffer. We cannot be able, now think about it right here, is that while we are going through, we can't be the one that throw in the towel. Jesus didn't throw in the towel on our behalf. He died for all of us. He sacrificed his body for all of us. He dealt with some suffering. And a lot of us now, we don't want to deal with no type of pain. We don't want to deal with no type of suffering. But the thing about it is right here, is that suffering is an expected part of all of Christian life, is all of God's children's life. Now, we're going to have to deal with some type of pain and suffering. And the thing about it is right here, Jesus told his followers, he said, in this world, you will have trouble. But he said, take heart. I have come to overcome the world. And the thing about it is, the truth about overcoming is a staying Christian when suffering threats to be overwhelming. I'm here to tell you right now, through it all, God is still in control. And the thing about it is, I want to be able to tell you right now, that this right here is that Christians suffered for very many reasons, and include many of the same reasons as the non-Christian folks or people is. Life on this broken on this planet by itself. Now, it can be difficult, it can be hard, it can cause you to be able to don't know which way to go with. It can cause some heartache pain on you. But as long as God is sitting up high and look down low, you can be able to carry on, and you can be able to say, I can be able to suffer a little bit because God can be able to heal me out of suffer. God can be able to strengthen me throughout the process. I'm here to tell you right now, is that a lot of time now, think about it right here, and now suffering of any kind, it was not a part of everything of God's creation right now, okay? Now, everything that God created, it was very good. But the thing about it is, sin corrupt the world just because of out of disobedience, and sin continually right now is sin continually right now keep corrupting all our world, and each and every one of us, we add on to it based on our poor decision, based on us. But we have a rebellious spirit, we have a selfish spirit, and the thing about it is, sin has ripped its effect as well. Our sin has harmed others, their sin has harmed us, even when we have done nothing wrong, they have caused some type of suffering. But the thing about it is right here is because the thing about becoming one of God's children, now it does not insulate us from the others of our world, nor does it protect us from the natural temporary consequences of our sin. The thing about it right here is that even though you know God, that does not mean you're not going to go through. Now, even though you know God, that does not mean you ain't going to go through some type of suffering. Now, the thing about it right here is that you have to learn how to make it throughout the process. Like I said before, Paul said, I can do all things Christ strengthens me. Then James said, and through it all, I can count all joy. And the thing about it is that now, when you're talking about Paul, when you're talking about James, I want to talk for a while right now about the book of Peter now. And the thing about it, Peter here, he addresses some things about Christians who were suffering. And think about it, First Peter 1:6, it said, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if needed be, ye are in heaven through manifold temptation. Now, the thing about it, Peter here, he was encouraging them. He encouraging all of us in their trying. Throughout our trials, he reminded us that suffering, it has a purpose. You have to think about it, right? Everything that we go through is a purpose and a plan behind it. That means it's a reason behind it. Everything that we go through in life, it happens for a reason, whether we cause it, whether somebody else causes it, or whether God trying to send us a message, God trying to wake us up. Everything that we're going through. And so when you seek God, when when you trust in God, God will give you direction. God will give you the reason behind why it's going on. And so think about it is right here. So there is proving our genuine our faith of greater worth than gold, which perish even through refined by fire, may result in praise, in glory, and honor. When Jesus Christ is revealed. Now, the thing about it is, you think about it right here, uh, uh, that's right there telling you what 1 Peter 1:7 said, that the trial of your faith, being more precious than gold and perish, through though it be tried with fire, it might be found under praise, honor, and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ. I want to be able to tell you right now, in other words here, God used temporary suffering to refine us, to reshape us, to mold us in a into the God's children that he desired. When you think about, when you go back what James said, he said, consider it pure joy, my brother and sister, when we face trials of many kinds, because you know that the test in your faith, it produced perseverance. But then he said, let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete and not lacking anything. I'm here to tell you right now, suffering, no matter whatever the cause is, it can be used by God to complete us in Him. I'm here to tell you right now, even though you might go through a suffering right now, God is still in control. Even though you might go through a suffering right now, you can be able to make it through it. You can be able to say, yes, I can. You can be able to say, I got joy knowing that God working in us. And the thing about it right here, and through all that suffering we're going through, God is making us, He is reshaping us, He is refining us, He is molding us, He is making us, He is trying to make us strong for the battlefield. Because think about it right here, this battle that we're dealing right now is not for us, it's for God. Think about it right now. Everything happens for a reason. I'm here to tell you right now, thank God for the pain. Thank you, and God bless you.